Okay, we're gonna do this now. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey guys. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday morning. Troy and I were just having a conversation. I'm like, I feel like I'm always like, good morning. And I don't want to say that anymore. I want to say something different to you guys. So if you have suggestions on how I should, say hello besides saying hi, let me know. Put it in the comments. Send us an email. I would love to know how you'd love to be greeted each day. Okay, today, it's another So Tell Us time. It's Tuesday morning, and we're excited. Whoa, malfunctions happening here. Malfunctions. Today, we're going to be talking about the missing piece. The missing piece to your business. See, you got to think of your business like a puzzle. And when people do puzzles, they tend to like to start with the edge of the puzzle. They want to take those end pieces and start making the frame around it, and then they start working their way in. But the problem with that is when it comes to your business, you have to start with the core, right? You have to start with your product or your service, whatever that is. And unfortunately, people kind of have that, right? They take their puzzle and they kind of like, okay, I think these might be the middle pieces. This might be, and then they start with that outer banks of it, right? And then they start working their way in. And the problem with that is that then it leaves you with a problem of your core puzzle, which is the product or the service. And I'm going to let Troy, I'm not going to steal his thunder like I always do. I'm going to let him go into this. So Troy, let's get started with the missing piece.
All right. So like Trevor said, the core piece is your service or product, right? That's what you're building your entire business around. Because if you don't have the service or product, then you don't have a puzzle.
Correct.
Right? You can't finish the puzzle. The outside pieces are, the things that direct people to that or, fulfill on that core piece. So some of those outside pieces are like your marketing, your billing, making sure that you're collecting money, getting money in the door, your fulfillment, actually getting an order, fulfilling the order, getting it out the door, or providing the service to the client. Your employees are a big piece of that puzzle. And then your operations, how you run the business. So those are just some of the outside pieces that are, important to your business. But again, all of those are going to connect to the core piece, which is the service or product that you provide.
Right.
So, and it's important to understand that, again, all of those outside pieces don't matter, if you don't have a good core piece in the middle. So I want you to picture a puzzle, and you've got all the outside done, and you've got the one piece left in the middle, and you go to put it in, and it doesn't fit.
Right.
And you turn it, and it doesn't fit, and you turn it, it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Right? I built this puzzle, but I didn't build it around the core piece, the centerpiece. That's the most important part.
And puzzle people, and I'm sure we've got some puzzlers out there. All of a sudden you get to the last piece, and where is it?
Yeah.
You can't find it. We have the missing piece. It's missing.
Exactly. So, again, all of those outside pieces are not going to be important, or they're not going to matter if you do not have a good core piece in place. And I'm just going to give you some examples of that. We'll take those outside pieces. Great marketing can sell a lot of products or services, but, if your product or service is garbage, people will just return them.
Correct.
Right? They'll just cancel your service. Great billing can collect a ton of money in the door, but poor, service will just bring chargebacks.
Correct.
So that money will go right back out the door. Great fulfillment will get a product or a service to the client quickly in a very efficient way. But if they're not happy, they really will not care about how fast they got it, right? Or if it came in a pretty box or not. Right? They're going to care about the actual product. Great employees can cover up an inferior product or service for a while. Maybe. But not for very long.
That's right.
You could have the best employees in the world, but if you give them a horrible product to deliver to the customer, it's not going to matter.
Well, and that's the same thing. You can have the best salesman in the world.
Yes.
But they're not going to stick around if you don't have a good product to keep clients, right?
Exactly. Yep, absolutely. They can make a lot of sales, but you're not going to have a lot of retention.
Right.
So, and then great operational systems and automation won't fix an unsatisfactory experience for the client. So it doesn't matter how great your ops are and how smooth your company runs if the end product is not good.
Yeah. So think about your business. If you're a carpet cleaner, what are the products you're using? What are the tools you're using? Are you using an inferior cleaning solution or tool to clean the carpets? If you're a home inspector, and I've had this. I've had sold multiple homes, had multiple inspections done, and I can tell you there is a difference when it comes to hiring someone that has the right tools than when not. And it was incredible to, especially buying a house and getting an inspection done on it, making sure I had the right inspector come in and, you know, like use that little heat loss sensor gun, right? That like a lot of them, I was shocked, a lot of home inspectors don't use that.
Yeah.
And yet it was a big saver for us that there was a portion of the house where a lot of, you know, hot air and cold air at times, depending on what I was doing, was escaping the house and it was making it not energy efficient. And so it was worth the money spent to have the right home inspector to then get the homeowner to have to fix that versus me buying the house, not knowing about it, wasting tons of money on, you know, additional expenses, like because it's not energy efficient, and then finally eventually finding out what's wrong and me having to fix it. So again, having the right chemicals, the right tools, the right mindset, the right employees, it all works together to make the puzzle right. If you're missing a piece, you're not going to be happy when that puzzle's done. If the piece doesn't fit, you're going to be ticked. You know, like what the heck? So just let's jump into homework. Evaluate your products or services this week and look at, is there something that needs to be improved upon?
Right.
Especially that core product or service. Because again, your marketing can be awesome, your salespeople can be awesome, your service department can be awesome, but if the actual product is terrible, or if the actual service isn't awesome, doesn't perform, then you're not going to keep and maintain these clients.
Yeah, and you know, we understand there's a balancing act too. We were talking about this a little bit too. It's like, you know, you have to balance what you can provide for the cost that you're giving it and all those kind of things. But it's good to always be, you know, going back and looking, okay, how is my product now? You know, a couple months later, okay, how is my product doing compared to my competitors?
Right.
You know, you have to constantly be evaluating, you know, we can't just rest on our laurels and say, oh, I have a great product 5 years down the road. Your product's outdated. Your service is outdated compared to what your competitors are doing. So you need to be constantly doing this and balancing it with the rest of your business.
Yeah, if you're not constantly evolving, then you're falling behind and failing. And that's where a lot of companies, like marketing companies and things like that, they fall behind because a lot of them don't want to develop new things. You know, in fact, we get a lot of people coming to us wanting to resell the products that we build because we have in-house programmers that every single day they are here working on improving our system, creating new systems, you know, and that's Troy and I's favorite thing to do is make something up in our minds that we know will help clients and business owners grow their business, maintain their customer base, you know, all this stuff, maintain their reputation, get new customers, right? We love creating new ideas for doing that. And then our guys get to sit and make that and bring it to life. So you always have to be evolving or you will eventually fall behind because someone's going to come out with something better, right?
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week's episode of So Tell Us Time. Please comment, share, like, get it out to your friends and family. Let us know anything that you want to talk about, that you want to know more about. We are a wealth of knowledge. And honestly, a lot of what we do in our podcast is things that we deal with on a weekly basis. So you're not in it alone. If you look at your business and you are listening to our podcast and you go, ah, crap, I do that. Or, oh, yeah, I totally know what you mean. So do we. And that's why we're talking about it. We're right there with you. We're not immune to, you know, all the wonderful ups and downs of business and entrepreneurs lifestyle. All right, guys. Well, we will catch you on the next episode of Sotellus Time. And until then, work hard, stay safe, and be successful.